Hello everyone on YouTube, my name's Gareth aka Redzool. I'm doing this video as a response to HeavensFrogman, and he asks, what is your secret gaming shame? Right, now for me I think there's quite a few, because in games I've some of them I haven't really completed, and others, like, if I can't complete them I'll start to cheat, so I have to say that's probably one of them. But if I had to say probably one of my greatest shames of gaming in history, it would have to be going back to my first console. Now, most people around my age, 27, would have a really good console, like as their first console, like the NES, which was very popular and had plenty of games, and like Mario and all that stuff, and yeah, it was a pretty good machine. But on the other hand, had a console that was a little older than that, and this console wasn't exactly one of the popular ones either, so you could imagine how shameful that is, me not having such a very successful console. But this is what it was. It was called a ColecoVision. Now, some of you out there are probably wondering, what the heck is a ColecoVision? Well, I'll tell you what a ColecoVision is. A ColecoVision is basically the rivaling competitor of Atari, which was the basically the Nintendo of its time, as successful as Nintendo is today. And Atari was basically the first ever was the first ever console that made video games for home system use, and it became such a legend that it made loads of games and people really enjoyed them at the time. Now, as for the ColecoVision, it did have a good day. It did get some people in to play it and all that, but the problem is with the ColecoVision, as I will show you here now on the picture. That's the ColecoVision, and I would have shown you my actual ColecoVision, but unfortunately I don't know where it is. It's probably in the loft somewhere, and some of the games are missing, so that's basically what it looks like. I think one of the games is there that I had, but that's what it looks like. So anyway, on to the games that I had on the ColecoVision. The most popular game that was probably on it that people would know is Donkey Kong, which was Mario's first ever game. At the time he was called Jumpman, and it's today you can still see aspects from that game in games today, which were in Donkey Kong, like the Power Hammer. Well, I call it the Power Hammer, which you'll find in Smash Brothers Brawl. And that music that you hear when you use the hammer, that music comes directly from the Donkey Kong classic. Yeah, it's still, I still remember it, and yeah, it's a shame, really. It's a real shame that I still remember all that, but I suppose it's all nostalgic for me. But not only that, I had other games like Smurfs, which was like an adventuring game where you had to play as one of the Smurfs and you jump over things, and then eventually you would get to the castle and save Smurfette. That's it, that's the name. I don't know, couldn't remember the name, duh. Anyway, there was other games on it like Ladybug, and which I don't know where people would know that, Space Panic, which was a sort of a run around game where you would go up and down these ladders, and you would have this hammer, and the way you had to kill the enemies on the game was basically dig holes in the floor with your shovel, and then when the alien comes by they fall into it, and then you dig them up again, and they fall through and they die. And Looping, did I mention that game? Looping is a game that I had, and I believe AVGN played that. Angry Video Game Nerd played that game, and watching him play it made me laugh because it brought back all those memories of what he was doing in the game. And I have to point out, when he was playing that he didn't shoot the space shuttle that was on the ground, because that's what you had to do at the start in order to open the gate in order to get through. But anyway, that's what he had to do. But you know, anyway, yeah, there was a load of games that were on that console, and that's what I had as my machine. And as you can tell from what AVGN has said about it, it was quite a terrible machine. And even though graphically it was better than the Atari, it still lost against Atari because Atari had, well, more games, and that's the reason it won. And not only that, it had a legendary background, and everyone knew Atari at the time anyway. So and I suppose people were nostalgic with Atari and stuck with Atari. So yeah, that's my gaming shame, the ColecoVision and all its games. And well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and there you go. See you later. Bye.